Hello everyone! So Deep Silver finally presented us the first multiplayer match of Dawn of War 4. So hello, my name is Faram, but in 2010 I played under my real name DoW and won the first official Dawn of War 2 tournament. And I mained Space Marine, Elder and Orcs. Occasionally I play 2 units, but I'm here to break down everything we see and everything the developer says. So let's get started. And occasionally I will stop, of course, the video to explain some stuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Jan Thijssen. I'm creative director at King Art Games and game director of Dawn of War 4.
And I'm Elliot Verbeest, and I'm a senior game designer on Dawn of War 4.
Warhammer 11th edition is here, and we thought we'd celebrate this by give you an extended look at Dawn of War 4 multiplayer. First up, Space Marines versus Orcs. Disciplined firepower against pure battlefield chaos.
So this matchup is all about map control, pressure, and momentum. The Space Marines can dominate key engagements with smaller elite forces, but if the Orcs are allowed to build numbers and control the flow of the battlefield, things can spiral very quickly.
This gameplay is captured directly from multiplayer, and we want to give you some insights into scale, pacing, faction identity in Dawn of War 4.
Alright, let's jump right into it.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is a relatively small map, but as always, map control is very important. And economy is very important, so early on you try to capture as many resource points as you can. I'm playing the Space Marines and the Blood Ravens in this case, but of course you can use the Army Painter to play any chapter you want. And Elliot is playing Orcs, so he will have a lot more unit than I have.
Nice.
But my units are stronger, so let's see how it goes.
Indeed, indeed, and I am already gonna go.
Okay, I have to stop right now. This is true what they say. Like in Dawn of 2 it was very common. But first, we need an in-game clock. That would be very nice. Second, they already mentioned it. The Space Marine player has fewer units, and the Orc already starts. This is my theory. Like I couldn't see the start of the Orc, but he starts probably with squads, or maybe the production costs of Orcs are so low he can already start with 4 squads basically, while the Space Marine player has only 2 squads. So that means that was a very common tactic for Orcs. Usually, all players do the same thing. Their starter units always flank out. That means they go to the left. Some units go to the left. Some units go to the right. So if Space Marines has no choice, they always have to send 1 unit to the left, 1 unit to the right. Orc player has now the choice. Do I send 2 units to the left and 2 units to the right, or 3 units to the left and 1 unit to the right? You get the point. On one side, the Orcs will definitely take the win. They push the Space Marine player back, and yeah.
Go ahead and make a play.
That was very
because when it comes to Orcs, it's all about quantity over quality. So I know for a fact that Space Marines are relatively power hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and make a play for the center of the map already and see if I can capture and hold this power node, because the more I can starve Jan of power, the better for me in the long term. Orcs are
So this is also true for Dawn of War 2, at least. Orcs has a different power spike. Like they're relatively strong in tier 1, but they slightly fall off against Space Marines around tier 2 when the first energy units or better units drop on the field. But they become very strong in the late game. And also, one thing I noticed, there are no victory points condition. That means this is an annihilation. You win by destroying the enemy space. So
relatively snowbally as a faction, so the longer that I can hold on and fight and become stronger, the better chances I have of winning.
I'm stronger, or Space Marines are stronger one-on-one, so if I can catch one of his guys one-on-one, I will definitely attack them. But usually there might be more than one Orc, and so I might not be able to attack them.
Generally speaking, I want to try and avoid fighting Jan's Space Marines 1-to-1. So if I can try and outnumber him in a fight, that will definitely help me win engagements. And I see he's got a power node here, so I'm gonna go and try and snab that while he's upgrading it. Because power nodes generally, when you capture them with infantry, you automatically gain all the power generators that are on them as well. So if you manage
This is new. In Dawn of War 2, you have to build something on the power node to to deny a capture. Here it seems you only have to place the generators and then can grab the node, steal it. Like in Dawn of War 2, you have to destroy the node and then capture it to actually claim this power spot.
to steal them from under your opponent's nose, that means that you can just take a lot of power.
So, the first engagement. I want to see how this one squad performs against 3 different type of squads. This is basically tier 1 units, I assume, like sluggers, shooters, and grunts. So.
Input from him right away.
Right, and also these points cannot defend themselves. The requisition points, when you upgrade them, they become, something that can shoot back and can fight back. But these guys cannot, so I need to go over there and recapture it quickly, because power is really important for me as a Space Marine.
And as you can see
So.
Here he's already taken out a few of my units, but maybe I can hold on for just a little bit longer, but I think...
So I'm sorry, Ben, I have to stop every time. But I was thinking, like in Dawn of War 2, this is actually a no-go for Space Marine players to actually lose units on the field. But he actually repelled 3 squads with one starter unit. That's absolutely bonkers. I really want to see like maybe upgrades could change the engagement for the orcs, but right now 3 units basically lose against one squad. It's kind of insane. The second squad of the Space Marine player came late, but that doesn't really matter for me at least.
This is looking pretty bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit retreat on my shooter boy so they run on back to the closest production building.
Let's see if we can stop him.
I don't know.
Oh my god, okay. This is absolutely insane. We have already games with retreat mechanic. For example, Dawn of War 2 worked with a retreat mechanic, Iron Harvest, Company of Heroes. But usually you get some kind of damage reduction on retreat. But that was insane. Like in Dawn of War 2, it is super hard to actually finish off units in retreat with range damage. That is very dangerous.
I think he didn't realize that a second of my units joined the fights. And also I put one of my units, I gave them auto reinforcements, which basically means that the unit heals automatically. Very expensive, costs a lot of resources, but it also makes them very hard to kill.
And I'm gonna go ahead and start building a base right over here. So one of the unique things about the orcs is that their infantry units, almost all of them, can build structures pretty much wherever they want on the map, which, because structures are relatively cheap for the orcs as well, and they're all armed, lets me just spread out a whole bunch of bases across the map, essentially. It's effectively a way of, like, utilizing base crawling as a legitimate strategy.
Right, and what I just did is I did a little bit of...
This was also true for Dawn of War 1. Like, we had factions with built-in defense mechanics. For example, Imperial Guard, you can teleport basically from base to base and bunker in some units to for the extra protection and make pushes really hard against buildings. Orcs, almost all orc buildings have a turret on it, so it makes it really hard to push orc bases in the early game. So base crawling, definitely a thing, also in Dawn of War 4.
Research, basically depending on what you want to do in the game, you want different things earlier or later, right? Because research in the game doesn't cost any resources, it just costs time. So it's all about the order in which you research something.
Excuse me. The researchers, like, this is just Space Marine exclusive, it would be nice if he mentioned it, but when resources do not cost anything, it's insane. So that means only you have to set priority what you want. Like for example, you want to go anti-vehicle, anti-infantry power, maybe more economy or something like that. It is just, yeah, it's basically a matter of time. You only have to set your priorities.
And basically, you know, I could have researched, you know, that my units capture points faster, or you know, that I get
That's the economy
more
point, yeah.
armor for certain unit types, stuff like that. And yeah, most of that is useful at the beginning. And so the question really is, okay, what is the current situation, right? So for example, if this would be like a bigger map with more points,
I, to be honest, like that approach. Like, do you want to set your priority on economy first, like capping points faster, or more in the military power?
and there would be more points to capture, you know, then maybe I would have picked the capture points faster ability. But since I already have all the points that I probably can have, at least for the foreseeable future, you know, I'm basically picked more fighty stuff.
Okay, looks like you're making a move for the center power node here, so I'm
So, just by numbers, I would say Space Marines win easily. But like we already know, like one unit of the Space Marines can be insane. And now we have 2 melee units, so assault Marines.
gonna try and do something about that.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit ambitious. So let me actually.
But
That's
this
right,
unit,
come back on.
But this unit type is new. It looks like cavalry. So it might be a game changer. They're probably there just to rush in, keep a ranged unit binded, and yeah,
Another time.
prevent
Put some
DPS.
defenses up here.
That's an excellent idea. Let me go ahead and do that myself. I'm gonna go ahead and build a bomb squig pen here. One of the more hardier fortifications that the orcs have. They automatically generate bomb squigs and send those out to any enemies in range.
Right, and we can have a look at the different upgrades. So I can equip them with auto-bolt rifles, with swords, for example, and with grenade launchers. In the early game, you know, I don't need the stuff that's good against vehicles and structures. I more need stuff that is good against infantry.
So this is true. Like in Dawn of War 2, it was more common to go for soft counters than for hard counters. What is the soft counter basically? You see a vehicle drops on the field. Usually all your units are basically useless against that. You have to upgrade your current roster, your current units. And Space Marine 2 players, like this is like a example. You can upgrade your assault marines with melter bombs, or your space marine tactical marines with plasma rifles. Like one melter bomb is not enough to destroy a vehicle, but combine this with a melter bomb with plasma rifles, they can actually achieve the job, destroy the vehicle, or at least to fight it off until you get a hard counter.
So I equip that for now. Oh, he is attacking me. That's not.
There we go. We've gotten the power node here, and we've taken over all the generators. That's going to be a nice power boost for me. Maybe what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to put a mech gun here. See how you like that.
Nice try, but I think you're in trouble.
Oh. Uh-oh, pincer maneuver.
Yeah, this is a situation you never want to see as an orc. You get outnumbered by space marines.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Forget about it. All right, let's run back to base. Let's see if we can get a couple. So I've got myself a scrap heap here. Get some vehicles out for myself. Hopefully that will give me some armor against you.
Yeah, these are the bomb squigs from this bomb squig pen. They're nasty. If they reach you, they can actually deal a lot of damage, even for space marines.
Ah, what's this? Trying to sneak past me here? I don't think so. Got some Defcopters here to try and take you down while you make your way over.
For me, it seems the bomb squig pen is a very effective measurement against melee units. So you have to mix your units. You have to mix your army with range units and melee units. Like a pure melee unit, they just go desperate against that bomb squid pen.
I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take that point if that's alright with you.
You can try, you can try. Actually, now I have enough resources. So, Hammerfall bunker coming down.
Okay, that's not looking great for me. Let's
Okay, there was a time skip, but that's actually insane when you can drop such a high tier defense building on the field. Like, that looks very powerful. Like, usually as a Space Marine player you struggle to maintain actually to map control because you have less units, guys. And with a defense drop like that might be a game changer. This might be the point where Space Marine actually yeah,
get out of here.
win.
That's a little
matches, of
bit
course.
too fortified. So that's definitely one of the strengths that the Space Marines have, is that they can just spontaneously
But right now, I have to say what it is. I think the Space Marine player will win. He's playing it methodically, and yeah, he never lost the fight
drop
so
a
far.
defense or two onto a position, and you have to be able to respond to that fairly quickly.
Also, one thing we can do is we can produce stuff in reserve, which basically means that it's not going to be on the battlefield, but instead in orbit. And then I can drop it anywhere I want. So,
Oh my god, you hit that? Okay, this is also a logistical miracle for Space Marine players. Usually, when you produce a unit, okay, they have to run from the base to the battlefield. But right now, like, this also improves your divide and conquer tactics. For example, you split them up evenly, and you see you're not sure where to actually send your main force. All right, but when you encounter the main force of your enemy with your own main force, and you still have some units in reserve, you can actually shift the fight in your favor. For example, okay, maybe your side force is here, and they also they meet the main force of the orcs, you can reinforce them. All right, or just decide to push on the right side even harder. And guys, this is not it. Like, you can also dominate maybe team modes, for example, 2v2, 3v3, and so on. That, like, the reserve function mechanic for Space Marine is insane. I see a lot of potential in that one.
let's do that for a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that's a little bit more range than I expected. I'm gonna pull back out of this, but I think we managed to deal a little bit more damage to you this time.
Yeah, so far,
There we go.
Orc player is the first one who
We're
actually
gonna
drops
hang on
Beacon.
back here for a minute. I think I'm gonna go see if I can build a couple more faster moving units to try and get an eye on what you're up to and see if there's any points that I can capture here.
I mean, there are 3 energy points on the map and I only have 1. So it would be really great if I could capture another energy point, but I think he might have something against there.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna just demolish that building under construction. That should refund the resources for that. Doesn't work for fully built structures, but in this particular case, I think that's necessary.
Actually, let's come down and also let's add a little bit of a stratagem here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what? Excuse me, sorry, I have to go back. Stratagem? Again?
Actually, let's come down and also let's add a little bit of a stratagem here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's insane. So far, like, of course, this is an alpha build, but usually when you use a stratagem or an off map, call it whatever you want. For example, in Dawn of War 2, Company of Heroes 3, when you use some kind of off map abilities, you usually see an indicator something is coming. You have time to dodge. For example, an orbital strike in Dawn of War 2, you get some circles on the ground, you have few seconds to dodge that one. Or you can, the orc is dropping a huge meteorite on you. You also see a huge circle, but still, you have time to dodge that. But here, there's no chance to react to. Like, yeah, you have to basically predict in every fight, will there be a stratagem or not? Like, this is a lot super dangerous, and I hope they fix that. Like stratagems without indicators are, I don't know.
Yep. That's Space Marines for you, baby.
Okay, now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can create a corridor to get my units out of here. Oh, okay, that's looking like a pretty sizable army you've got going on there, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna capture that point, but maybe I can take a look to see where else I can take some resources off of you.
So that was a successful assault, I would say. Shock and awe tactics. Now I have 2 energy points, which should really help me out, because all the big stuff I want to build.
I have to stop here, right? Go back to the last fight. Of course, Space Marine player will win. The problem was, like, I'm not commenting that they are just developers, no competitive players. But usually, when orcs go in, they go in together, all units, right? Like, this cavalry actually has the main job to bind the range units, the damage dealers. For example, these guys, the walkers, have to deal with the melee units, and so far I haven't seen any heroes, I think.
Not exactly sure
This
how
might
I'm
be
gonna
cha-
capture that point, but
This
maybe
might change.
I can take a look to see where else I can
But
take
so
some
far I'm
resources
entertained.
off of you.
I like to
So that was a
kind of
successful
fun to watch it
assault, I
somehow.
would say. Shock and awe tactics. Now I have 2 energy points, which should really help me out, because all the big stuff I want to build costs energy, and now I can build a vehicle production. I'm building my chaplain on bike next. Here it still says Ezreal, but in the final game the commanders will be generic in the skirmisher
Oh,
multiplayer matches.
Ezreal as commander choice.
I didn't see
Okay.
that. Now I don't have enough resources to drop a hammerfall, so this point is probably gone.
Yeah, very good. I was hoping that you would have let
Okay. This is also an indicator the orc player is about to lose. He's floating his resources. Cannot really see it because of the YouTube UI, but he's floating 600 power.
that one relatively undefended, because then I can get away with taking that point, because I've got a pretty big requisition cost right now that I need to take care of.
There's Ezreal.
Oh no.
There we go. Now I've got my own commander out
He's
as well.
on-
We've got Guzcutter here.
I have to say something later. I want to see
I
his
see
performance
here
on the
what you've
futures.
got. Let's see if we can tackle your blade guards over here. Ah! If that ain't Ezreal, well, let's see if we can take him on then. Let's
Well,
attach.
Bring it.
you.
Come on.
All right, let's dance. Let's use an ability here.
Oh, okay, that was a little bit much. So let's do a quick retreat.
I knew it. I knew it, guys. So, in Iron Harvest, we had a similar hero like him. We always have to be really careful when we see a commander on bike or on horse. Like in Iron Harvest, it was Mikhail, some kind of cavalry hero. He was super tanky, super fast, and now we have Ezreal, man. He's like, oh my god, he can dive in, do a lot of damage, and dive out. Looks super
Darn
strong.
eradicators.
Hey, too strong.
But I'm not out of the woods just yet. Can I maybe put that down here?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. The unique thing about the orcs is that once I have reached maximum WA here, we are able to unlock everything that the orc arsenal has to offer. And then I think I've got enough for a Gorkonaut. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can put that together as fast as we can. And we're just gonna hold the line. We also have our final ultimate stratagem here. And that should hopefully give us a bit of an edge.
So I'm not sure what they mean with you unlock everything once you full war. But does it mean the orcs never have to tag? They only have to reach at one point the war, and then everything gets unlocked. You can build everything, and then the real power of the orcs will be unleashed. So okay, that's a kind of interesting mechanic, but It's too early.
Edge in the fights to come.
Yeah, let's try big attack here. I placed some units in reserve and in the Thunderhawk relay. So hopefully that is going to be a nasty surprise.
Okay, I think I might have just the thing to deal with this though.
Bring it on.
So this is basically for me late game. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 units on the field plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units in reserve. So 16 units to command. And guys, like I said, these guys are developers, so not competitive players. I really want to see how a competitive match looks like in Dawn of War 4. Like the battles has to be massive, man.
Oh, big boys. Okay, then let's do a bombing run, definitely.
Some damage on
Okay.
heavy units, and now the reserve starts
Yeah.
to play.
I think I might have this when it comes to the vehicle capabilities.
The cavalry is here. Thunderhawk, a bunch of units. Some drop pods.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to pull back from this. Gotta find another solution. I'm just gonna make sure that I can fortify myself as best as I can. And I think it's time to start putting these Gorkanauts together.
Yeah, then maybe it's time for me for an orbital bombardment, which is my strongest stratagem. And
Ooh,
really
yikes.
deals a ton of damage.
Ah, but it also deals damage to your own units. And that seems to have cost you.
Yeah, but I think it costs you more, so I'm okay with that. Not great, but okay.
Okay, looks like the Gorkanaut made the difference in this particular fight right now. Let's see if we can take care of your Eradicators.
I think you might have not seen the real danger here.
I don't know. Is it a danger? I'll come check up on that later when I can. Right
Okay.
now, I'm just gonna make sure to fortify this position here.
Oh no, here's a second HQ.
Aha!
Ah, no, this is orc stuff. This is bad. Okay, let's see where it is.
Exactly. Orcs can build everywhere, and I'm gonna make use of that.
Okay, it's not over yet.
This is gonna be tough, though. Not looking great for me. Let's finish these constructions first, if we can. Okay, this is looking pretty rough for me. I think I may have overplayed my hand here.
I have a little bit more coming.
oh well.
Yeah, there's not much I can do here, so I think that this is going to conclude this particular match. So
Yeah.
well played indeed, Jan.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, this was definitely one of the smaller maps, so this was also pretty quick, maybe 20 minutes or so. Of course, we have much larger maps, and you can also play 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. Matches can take up to an hour if you play something really big, but
Especially with free-for-all, right?
yeah, but this was like, you know, a nice 20 minutes or 24 minutes, so that's nice.
Yeah. Usually the games, like especially team modes in Dawn of War 2 were super long because of the win condition, have victory points. Both teams are equally strong. Matches can be easily 50 to 1 hour. And 1v1 are usually shorter. 20 minutes sounds reasonable. But we have to see, like, we have so many new mechanics to the game. Like, have free researchers. We have a war mechanic that basically unlocks everything and you reach it. So therefore, you can just invest all your resources in unit, grab the map, and yeah, keep snowballing. And what else? We have the reserve mechanics from the Space Marines, also very new. You can basically save your units until you really need them and drop them at the location, yeah, where they are needed. Okay, so definitely interesting. It looks, that's the most beautiful, I have to say how it is, guys. This is the most beautiful RTS games so far. Every fight kind of looked authentic. With authentic, I mean, yeah, like the units, they interact. And yeah, I really want to see how pro players or competitive players will play this game. So, what do you think about this? I really can't wait to lay hands on this game and actually also upload here and there. Or no, maybe I main this game. Who knows? And upload a lot of YouTube videos about it. So, but let me know what do you think about this game. What your hopes are. What things they can improve. So, in this case, have a good one. Enjoy your day. May the Emperor be with you. Bye bye.